morning. I wanted an early start, but wasn't expecting rain. So got to scramble this morning because I didn't have my rain fly on. So I had to just start scrambling, and I just got up because it was like 4:20 or something, 4:30. So the place where we were camping at, it was really slanted and everything. So I was ready to get up anyway. It was really hard to sleep. But I did come up with a creation where I folded my inflatable mattress in half so that way it would balance it out a little bit. But, so it's 5:40. So one way of getting into town early is to start early. But the rain was unexpected. I had asked the John, the guy who just got in from town. He started in Strawberry, which is near Pine. I said, "What do you think? Do you know about the forecast? Because I haven't had service in 4 days, 3 days." He's like, "Oh no, it'll be all right." I start hearing the drops at 4:15 this morning. I was like, "Oh shoot!" So it reminded me like a fire drill when we had as kids in school. It's like you just got to start really scrambling and coming up with your plan to get stuff dry. Some stuff doesn't matter. But like your quilt, you got to get that in your bag quick. All the stuff that can get wet. The first thing I did was grab my rain gear, of course, put that on. Well, I had to actually get changed because I don't wear, as I told you, I don't wear my hiking clothes to bed. So threw those on, and then it was an interesting morning. But so today we have 16 miles to get to town, and we're going to get there early now because we're leaving so early. So now I have all this rain gear on and it stopped raining. But all right, we'll check with you later on. Take care. Really pretty skies here. You can see hopefully the storm's moving the other way. You can see how I still have my rain gear. It's pretty ominous that way, and then it's nice and clear. Seems like we're heading towards the clear part. What little service I had, I was able to get Pine last night, the forecast for Pine, and it said nothing. We're only 16 miles from there. It said nothing, so I did not put my rain fly on. Plus, with John, who by the way is from New Zealand, really cool guy. He's done the CDT, Continental Divide Trail, last year. Very cool. 5 months he did it. That's pretty good. He had come from town because he drove up to Strawberry or something, and he's coming south to Tucson, and then he's only got 3 weeks to hike. So I had asked him because I thought maybe he'd catch the forecast too. Nothing. But once you get in the mountains, though, it's different. Like the cities can be fine and everything, but even around Tucson, it could be clear in Tucson, but in the mountains, it could be raining or snowing or something. So not a big deal. I've got the rain gear. It's a good drill. You kind of really have to move fast because you don't want everything to get all wet. Certain things are okay to get wet, like the mattress because that's just in fact, I even have that on the outside of my bag now because it's such a monster. But the quilt's the biggest thing. Your quilt and your pillowcase and your clothes. And fortunately, I'm going to town today, so I throw everything in a dryer when I get to the guest house. Got a little bit of a mud issue today. See if I could show you. I don't know if you saw that, but you'll see this. Oh, I'm glad I'm going to town today. I'm gonna wash all this stuff up. Jeez. Look at that. Always something. Always a challenge. Always a challenge. Must have gotten a lot of rain over here. for it to be this muddy, because it never really poured over at the camp. I mean, it was drizzling for, steady rain for an hour, but it's nice, beautiful now, though. Look at this. I think that rain's behind us. I had to get this rain jacket off. It's hot when you have this thing on. I think I mentioned last time I had to wear it. It doesn't ventilate very well, so it's like you're sweating to death in it. But the pain is having to take your pack off to get it off, to take the rain jacket off. And I'm moving good. I just don't feel like even stopping. So let's figure out when we're going to do that. So we just got down to a water source that saw 3 other hikers doing section hike from Sunflower to Pine. Then they're going to go up to Flagstaff. We're climbing out of this water source here, and got my rain gear back off, and we are doing good so far. It's not hot at all. So we'll check back with you as we climb through this 1,400 foot climb, I think it is. I know it always seems like I'm filming easy spots, but it's hard to film when you're going uphill, obviously. So this climb's kind of a weird climb in that it's like 1,400 feet or so, whatever it is, 25, I forget. But it's over like 7 miles. So you're gonna get a little bit of, we just climbed about 500 feet. And then you get some of this flat area, which is nice. And it's not as muddy now up here. So you can make up the miles, and it's not as tough when it's 7 mile, climb. Spread out more. I'm hoping to get the Pine pickup. The lady said she'd pick me up at the Beeline guest house. Instead of walking a mile up, it's all uphill. So I'm gonna take her up on that since I'm staying there. Just have them come get me. And I'm hoping to get there by 3. But we'll see how it goes. Still making this climb of 7 miles, 1,400 feet or whatever. It's been a gradual climb. We're about 8 miles from our pickup. It's only 10:30, so should be done by 3, I'm guessing. Hoping. Depends on the terrain. We got a 1,000-foot climb at the end, but we go down like for 3 miles or something before that climb. So I'll take a break right before that climb up to the pickup place. Okay, we're just about done this climb here. Honestly, to be honest, I think I'd rather have, sorry, I try to get my pole there. I'd rather have a climb be done in, I know that it's always tough, but get it done in an hour. This 7 mile thing, it just seems grueling. It's gradual climb, but for 7 miles, there's no down at all. So it's just weird. It seems like I like the quicker climbs, even though they're harder, but you get them over with quicker, if that makes any sense. I'm exhausted here. I know it's partly because I'm on my 70th mile here, or almost, without a break. That's a lot for me. I'm kind of dragging today. We'll get rejuvenated though back in town, and I'll be ready to go when I get rest. But I'm dragging. You really have to push sometimes. You just gotta dig deep. No matter how much you eat, your energy level just doesn't climb. It's funny sometimes, but fortunately it's not hot, so I'm not complaining. So we're finally leaving. I think this is going southbound sign, but we're finally leaving the Madazels wilderness. We were kind of in and out of them for a while. I think we're finally leaving them though, and we'll be heading to the rim now, the Mogollon. That was the worst campsite last night. Worst place. But it was one of those things. The other guy showed up, and we're both like, what are you going to do? Because it was a climb back down to get to camp if you wanted one, or you had to climb back up. He's like, I don't mind climbing back up to get to those. So we both took spots that were like, ugh, really slanted. Like I said, I came up with a creative idea of folding my air mattress in half and putting it on one side of the tent. Kind of leveled me off a little bit, but it was miserable. I can only lay on my right side, and I have to turn around and flip around because my shoulders just start getting, eaten into, but it worked out. I'm glad it rained because it got me up early. I was ready to get up anyway. Don't ever, if you're hiking the trail, don't ever camp at the tank. It's good water, but really terrible camping sites. We should be getting close to a drop off, and then I'm going to take a break at the bottom of the hill, bottom of the mountain, before we climb the last 3 miles. I did that yesterday at the river. Got rejuvenated. That last 3 miles was easy. I'm not much on breaks, taking breaks. They do help. Just getting the pack off your back for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just not much of a, I like to keep going, but it really does rejuvenate you though. Hopefully that'll give me some energy. I'm going to dig into my bag again and get the rest of the chips and pretzels I got in there. Okay, Oak Spring. I got to stop here, obviously, if you don't know my last name. But we're like 3 miles to pick up, so I want to get one more rejuvenation here before we climb 1,000 feet. See how far this water is. Hopefully not too far. I'll grab my chips and pretzels out of my bag there and eat whatever I can, whatever snacks I got left to give me final energy to get up that last. If it's anything like coming down, it's going to be dicey. But we'll see. I'll see you on the way up here. I'll show you what this looks like, I guess, first. Hopefully I go down here without, I don't have my trekking poles. I'll go down here without killing myself. Oof. I'm not sure what I'm going to take. That or in the tank. Probably the tank's easier to scoop. Let's see. It looks pretty clear. Make sure I don't drop my phone in there. Yeah, it looks pretty clear. Easier to scoop. It's hard to scoop in these smaller puddles. Oak Spring. How about that? All right, we are closing in on, you know what? Pick up at 87, Pine, Beeline Guest House. First thing to do, hot shower. Second thing, beer and pizza. Actually, I'm not much of a drinker, actually. It's just when I get doing this hike though, it's like having a cold beer is like, oh my gosh, so refreshing. This is been a long stretch, 72-mile stretch, longest I've done. I think I already said that, but definitely ready for a day off. It looks like about 3 o'clock I'll be hitting that 87. Same highway 87 that ran to Payson, just goes up to Pine. So kind of a nice end to the 4-day hiking. This nice little cruisy trail here. We'll catch you up when we get to Highway 87. Okay, so I don't get picked up here. I got to go another 3/4 of a mile. It's too dangerous to pick me up here, so I'll cross here and then Well, we'll catch up with you here. So here we are at the Beeline Guest House. This is awesome, this place. They actually picked me up at the trail. Look at this, you got a patio and stuff. It's mostly hikers too, which is cool. And check this place out. It's got your own private bathroom and everything, and it's awesome. Wood floors and everything. Got my hot shower ready for me there. Coffee, refrigerator. Wow, I'll check back with you at dinner. Probably not going to go to that brewery. It's too far of a walk, but there's a pizza place not far. So we'll see you over there. Looks good, looks good. Old Country Inn Pizza. Have a good night.
Or just go down there and just enjoy it.
So happy to have a day off.